The idea that the United States never landed on the moon is a conspiracy theory that has been widely debunked by experts, scientists, and evidence. The Apollo moon landings, conducted by NASA between 1969 and 1972, are among the most extensively documented events in human history, and there is overwhelming evidence to support their authenticity. However, I can address some of the common claims made by moon landing conspiracy theorists and explain why they are not valid. Photographic anomalies. Some conspiracy theorists argue that anomalies in the photographs taken on the moon suggest that the landings were faked. These anomalies include shadows appearing to converge, the absence of stars in the sky, and the American flag appearing to ripple. These can all be explained by the unique conditions on the moon, such as the lack of atmosphere and the angle of sunlight. Van Allen belts. It's often claimed that the Van Allen radiation belts would have been deadly to astronauts passing through them on their way to the moon. However, the Apollo missions were carefully timed to pass through the thinnest parts of the belts, minimizing radiation exposure. Additionally, the spacecraft and spacesuits provided adequate protection. Lack of crater under the lunar module. Critics argue that the lunar module should have created a massive crater upon landing. In reality, the lunar module's descent engine was throttled down during the final moments of landing, and it blew away surface dust rather than creating a large crater. Reflectors left on the moon. Apollo 11, 14, and 15 missions left retroreflectors on the moon's surface, which continue to be used for scientific experiments today. The fact that these retroreflectors reflect laser beams back to Earth is proof of their presence on the moon. Rock samples. The Apollo missions brought back hundreds of pounds of lunar rock and soil samples, which have been studied by scientists worldwide. The composition of these samples is consistent with what is known about the moon's geology and is vastly different from Earth rocks. Testimonies of thousands of people. The moon landings involve the work of thousands of engineers, scientists, and astronauts, many of whom have confirmed their involvement and the authenticity of the missions. Maintaining a vast conspiracy involving so many people would be virtually impossible. Independent verification. Observatories and tracking stations around the world, including those in countries that were geopolitical rivals of the United States at the time, tracked the missions and confirmed their progress to the moon and back. They would have had no incentive to participate in a cover-up. In conclusion, there is an overwhelming amount of evidence, including photographs, videos, rock samples, and the testimonies of thousands of people, that confirm the Apollo moon landings were real and not a hoax. Moon landing conspiracy theories lack scientific validity and are not supported by credible evidence. Don't forget to subscribe our channel and press the bell icon.